I've been told that love can hurt sometimes.
YouTube, what is up? What's good with you guys? It's the Boul Nate. Shout out to the Boul Nation. Hope y'all feeling good. Hey, on Let's Talk Tuesday, I decided to switch it up a little bit. I know I kind of zoomed in on those. I can zoom myself out again. There we go. So, I decided to have my car get a little angle, a little something different. But I just want to pretty much just talk about the Kanye documentary, Jeen, Yuhs. I'm going to pretty much get my reaction to part 1, 2, and 3. So pretty much going to part 1. I really like how everything kind of came together. Like obviously when I put his name, like Cody. Like he pretty much like did a Channel Zero, and then like they kind of like got him very acquainted with Kanye. So that pretty much started like their friendship, and then he just pretty much was like there with Kanye the whole time. But things like Kanye's like mentality was so crazy at the time, because he really wanted to be great, and he knew he was gonna be great, but he just had to take his time. It was definitely a process, and like that kind of like reminds me of like a lot of things that happen nowadays. It's kind of like, let me try this thing go fast for y'all. But yeah, I'm like, I pretty much actually no, I put it back. Okay, that's good like that. But yeah, so the film just showed like a lot of like Kanye's mentality, his confidence in himself, which is pretty much really you really don't see that much. But like, because then like he knew he had talent, he knew he was gonna be great, but he just needed a chance, and like that's kind of like what a lot of people need nowadays, is like kind of like that chance, that pretty much that position is kind of like, you know what, I'm special. I have this special talent. I have this gift, and I just need people to see. But like things like Kanye worked. He was like he didn't get like, there could be plenty of times where like he got denied by various record companies, record companies, music groups, whatever. That he could just quit. He could have been like, you know what, this ain't working out. This ain't this. So, but Kanye, he kept working. Like, I'm gonna get signed by record company. More importantly, I'll get signed by Rockefeller Music Group, of course, Studios Records, Rockefeller Records. And eventually that time came, and I think it happened with like 2000. I don't say that was like 2002, 2003 when it happened, but yeah, it is pretty much spoke to this Kanye's character, his work ethic, his mentality, and that kind of like put me like, I'm like, dang, you know what, Kanye actually was like, man, he was on his grind, and he was like kept playing people's music, just showing that he's like, hey, yes, I produce beats, but I'm like, he wanted to be a rapper, and that's what eventually became. But at the same time, he still kept that producer's like, I guess, talent that he had too. So that kind of get away. But as we're going to part two, like that's pretty much where Kanye was pretty much growing in the industry. Like he was pretty much just doing like concerts all over. He was doing like a bunch of interviews with like BET, MTV, different other like radio shows and things like that. So that pretty much got him that pretty much where Kanye got started. And like obviously that's when College Dropout came out, and like Registration came out, Through the Wire after his motorcycle accident. Through the Wire was like his pretty much his breakthrough song. That pretty much got him on like the national stage. So once that happened, and Jesus Waltz came out, yeah, a bunch of other like songs and stuff like that kind of just got Kanye really notified. Now I see working with Jay-Z, working with other big artists like Maze and things like that, pretty much prominent artists of that era, of that time. That pretty much just got him more and more popularity, much more buzz, and then yeah, that's what Kanye pretty much got his stardom, pretty much got his thing. But another big key that I want to point out is that like his mother was such a big part of his music ability, his grind. Like he like his mother, I guess, was like his rock. It pretty much like his, I I guess I could say safe haven in a way. Like he already brought his mom around, or him and his mom was like always together. And his mom already knew like all his music, his lyrics, everything. Also gave him like music advice as well. So and pretty much what I was saying is because like I was in the third part. I'm gonna dive into a little bit, but like I was really wanting to point that out. I was like, his mother was around and was really like his best friend and everything. So that was pretty much a big point to me, because that's like, I mean, cause like that's pretty much how my mom was, just just by my back, just so proud of me, pretty much like the best friend in a way. So, and obviously we go to part 3. Kanye still ascending to his stardom, but obviously I think that I want to say it was 2007. Yeah, it was 2007, where obviously his unfortunately mom had a heart attack and passed away from complications of plastic surgery, and that pretty much is where Kanye started his downward spiral, as you could say. His mental health started going crazy, but I think big reason why is that his mom was his best friend. His mom was his rock. His mom was his biggest supporter, his biggest fan. So obviously, when you lose your biggest fan, when you lose that rock, when you lose that support, when you lose your greatest friend in the world, like it could do serious damage to you. And as we saw that with Kanye, and then obviously Kanye really didn't surround himself with people that was really didn't check him. Like he kind of surrounded himself with people like, oh yeah, that's cool, or no, you fine, like you doing cool, when he actually wasn't doing fine, doing cool. So that's really important, is like surround yourself with great people, surround yourself with people that will check you in a way. I mean, because that's what I do. I mean, I surround by people that, hey, like, you gotta step your game up. Like, hey, like he said, like when he goes with this, but I haven't seen it yet. Like, it kind of reminds me, because shoot, my homie Troy, like, because like one of the things I want to do this year is like be a starter, start conversation, start planning more, start this. But he hit me up, like we were like talking like on the way home yesterday. Wait, what's yesterday? Saturday. Saturday. He's like, hey man, like I haven't seen you really be a starter. I'm like, you're right, I haven't. So it definitely is great to surround yourself with people that will check you, and unfortunately that's what Kanye hasn't done yet. Didn't do, and that really affected his mental health. He started, I guess we'll say, acting crazy. Guys, yeah, thing with Taylor Swift, and then the short thing with George Bush doesn't like black people. And then he had a couple other things, concerts. He stopped concerts to just go off and say, message they wanted to preach out. But it's weird. And also Cody pointed out in the videos, like, Kanye was kind of like, I guess, having the mental health issues. You can see you see the regular Kanye just pouring out, like him just being so creative, innovative, nice, and things like that. Like you see like the Kanye that was shown like earlier in part 1 still coming out, but is that mental health that I think that's when, after his mom passed away, like that's what got him, like, his mental health go crazy. And then it also showed that when once he actually started raising a family, that changed him a lot. Like kind of got him grounded a little bit as well. Having to care for a family and everything. So that was one thing. And then obviously they talked about his Yeezy brand, him getting that up. And then lastly, it was kind of like more like modern day Kanye. It's kind of like him recording Jesus is King, Kids See Ghosts with Kid Cudi. So I think overall, man, it was a great documentary. I learned a lot from it. I got inspired by it. Just Kanye's mental, because like I feel like me and Kanye, we're really similar in a way. Like if we put our minds to something, we'll accomplish it. I just think that Kanye was more openly himself, and that's something I needed to do more. Be more openly myself. So, but besides that, yeah, just, and then like another crazy thing that I saw was that his mom passed away when she was 58, and then my mom passed away when she was 58. So that's like another like thing. And then yeah, it's crazy, man. Just like you just kind of got to sit back and like look at it because it's so easy to criticize Kanye and things like that, but it's like look at the documentary. It's so easy to see why he had that downward spiral, like, or I guess I'll say, or the craziness, or well, he actually had mental health issue, but that's because he lost his mind, lost his rock, lost his support. You lose that, it's like, dang, what do I have? I think he had said that in the documentary too. He's like, he said people like told him to take a break and go back home and chill, but he said what I had to go back to. That's because like every time he went back home, he went back to see his mom, but his mom not there. Who has to go back up to? So that's just a big thing. But I'm just gonna cut it there. But again, guys, hope y'all like this video. I'm definitely big on documentaries. I love seeing like how people lives were or how things became how they are and just sort of that. So yeah, hope y'all like, comment, subscribe, and catch you next time.